Gavin Newscum is, in my opinion, the worst governor in America. He's the California governor. Gavin Newscum is the worst governor in America. And, businesses and people are leaving California in numbers. And, Gavin Newscum supports sanctuary cities and he supports open borders. And, let me say this, sanctuary cities, ask yourself the question, let me say this. If there are any Democrat constituents listening in, Democrat voters listening in, I'm not talking about the Democrat elected officials. I believe just about every Democrat elected official, they are evil, bad people who hate our United States of America. But I'm talking about the Democrat constituents, the Democrat voters, the independent constituents, the independent voters. Many of them are great people who love the country, but they are misguided by fake news media such as CNN and MSNBC. And if they realize what President Trump has achieved for our country, what he is achieving for our country, and what he will achieve for our country as the 47th President of the United States of America, a lot of people in these groups that I mentioned will become America first, and the country is really becoming America first. But think about it, ladies and gentlemen, why would anyone support sanctuary cities? Sanctuary cities are essentially a safe haven for criminals, gangs, cartels, drug dealers, drug smugglers, and human traffickers. MS-13, Tren de Aragua, Sinaloa cartel. Why would anyone support sanctuary cities unless they hate our country? And so Gavin Newscum is a bad guy. I don't know what you want to call him, but Gavin Newscum is a bad guy. And I want to say this about Gavin Newscum, right? Have you looked at Gavin Newscum's horrific hair and the amount of hair gel he seems to put on it? Can you imagine looking at that on TV for 4 years? That itself, in my opinion, should be an immediate disqualifier for Gavin Newscum to be president or to run for president. And I sort of say that tongue-in-cheek, but I will not allow Gavin Newscum to become president of the United States of America because I love our great United States of America, and America will never run on Gavin Newscum's America Last policies. And, the other thing I want to say about Gavin Newscum is this, right? When you look at him on TV, right, look at his face. I'm talking about Gavin Newscum. Look at his face very closely. Gavin Newscum's face resembles an ostrich, the ostrich bird. And, I have nothing against the ostrich bird. I think the ostrich is a fine bird. But Gavin Newscom's not a fine guy, and I will politically decimate Gavin Newscum if he decides to run against me in the 2028 presidential election cycle.